Hello there, and welcome to, well, kind of a mixed bag, I guess. Uh, this would technically be, I guess, the Saturday Dr. Tea, so there is some tea, and also, obviously, some op attacks and everything, kind of mixing it all together, because, well, why not? It's Saturday. It's the follow-up to Friday, which, you know, you know. Actually, apparently there really is like a Saturday song out there. I don't know how many people have actually heard this, but it's a thing. Thank you, Rebecca Black, for that. So, great solo here on Dredge. Jamers again. Just absolutely knocking it out of the park. And unboosted at that, just because I know I took a quick glance before I started the replay. So this is just kind of like cruising on in. Shows you how nice and easy Dredge can be if you have, I guess, partially good, like, you know, lucky defensive locations, along with some kick butt smoking skills. Just because, like, if you've got a rocket or a couple of rockets right around the area where you have your Zookas in range right now, it gets a little tougher. But Jay did a fantastic job of that. So we're gonna move on. This is, what is this? Foxtrot, I think we were doing yesterday. I just kind of like poached some attacks because, well, I could, and they were there. And of course, come on, I have to include myself here. Now, really, my only reason for attacking is to run in and try to clean out some rocket launchers for the next attack, which is why I'm rocking the warriors on this attack. Obviously, they're quick and easy. You can get to the spot, you can pop whatever you need to pop, and then you can move on. And they have enough survivability that if you mess up, they'll continue to live, which is a good thing because, well, come on, you've seen my attacks. So, I rolled over, and the main objective is obviously these two rockets, because that changes it from a 4-shock to a 3-shock, or 5-shock to a 4-shock, depending on how you want to handle your shocks and place your troops. And then I was trying to barrel through the machine guns and hit as many mines as possible, and I thought I'd have range actually on that second row. Apparently not so much. I should have maybe like flared just off of the defenses into the middle, but I wasn't sure how the pathing would deal with that, and it's okay. I did what I could, and then in comes the Rooster, who I gotta say, this attack I absolutely loved. I've watched it a couple of times now, and just fantastic job. A little bit of a crazy landing, not, worrying about doing the lineup and all that, because he can just plant himself and then line everything up based on the power cell, I believe that's called. If my Boom Beach lingo is serving me right, I'm gonna call it a power cell. And then starts the nice long walk right through the middle of this crazy op. Absolutely fantastic walk. Like, even does a mid-walk reflare without his troops even having to stop. Just, I was a big fan, I'm not gonna lie. And then he sets himself up right next to the core, and as you can see, there's, a couple different groups of rocket launchers. He does decide to go with 2 shocks at the back, just to be on the safe side, and then with a couple quick shots. Absolutely beautiful. The whole thing goes down. I like to take credit for opening the door, so he could just stroll right on through. That's totally how that worked out. But yeah, seriously, absolutely fantastic attack. And look how, like, I started zooming out to just kind of show. I enjoy watching the power cells kind of blow up in a line there and kind of do their thing. And so I zoomed out, and then I realized I didn't zoom out far enough. Like, it's still going on. That map was just absolutely enormous. Craziness. I loved it. Anyways, moving on to Richard Fort here. Richard's Fort, I guess, technically. Richard's Fort attack. Richard's Fort's attack? Yeah, I think that works. Basically doing an opening for whoever's going to come around and do the back. If you're familiar with assembly, you know that the core is kind of tucked in the very back of the map with a bunch of flamethrowers and rocket launchers and some craziness all around it, as per usual. At least I assume it's usual. Every time I've seen it, that's kind of been the way it's gone, but you know, who knows. So what he's doing is just opening it up, making life a little bit easier on whoever's coming in for the killing blow, if you would. So he's trying to remove the need for any kind of smokes over on the right-hand side, as you can tell because he's on the right-hand side. It'd be weird if he was trying to clear the left-hand side and just using the GBE that he's gathering from fighting on the right-hand side. I don't know. Though he does actually do that. There are some rocket launchers over nearer the core, which, you know, kind of as he's mowing through here, you can't really see it because it's way over off screen. But he uses this time where, you know, all of his poor tanks are getting slaughtered to dump a whole bunch of GBE over on the rocket launchers, really trying to clean things up for whoever's going after that core after him. Fantastic job. You can actually see the rocket launcher right there. It's about to drop. Just like half of it on the screen right there. There we go. And you know, it's kind of indicative of this team and their efforts. You know, it's not, oh, how awesome, or oh, what can I do, or blah blah blah. It's about putting forth the effort, working as a team, and making things happen. And you know, of course, if cool attacks happen, then they happen, and they do seem to happen very frequently with this group. So I don't know. There's a lot of experienced guys in there that, you know, have definitely done harder attacks, and the poor medics on their long run out of, well, the danger zone. Okay, so I took some razzing because I started talking about Krispy Kreme, and then the last time he was in a video, I said Creature Cream instead of Creature Keem because I was already talking about the Krispy Kremes. So this is the redemption run, I guess. Creature Cream. Oh god, I was gonna do it again. Creature Keem is the finisher for this this core. Oh my gosh. Alright. Hey, I eventually got it right. That counts, right? It's not my fault. I'm Canadian. The Keem is pronounced differently up here? Yes, that's it. That's what I'm gonna go with. So, let me try this again. Creature Keem, rolling up into the back of the op like a boss. I get that the first, you know, like, minute of the attack is maybe not necessarily that impressive because it's just Zookas walking up the side, but that's all due to the fine efforts of Richard's Fort. Man, I'm trying to be extra careful now with the names, like, my goodness. So what comes in really nice here is obviously he blew up a flamethrower in the back there, so he could have a little place where he could nestle his Zookas into, and then out come the shocks, wham wham. Purposely missed the closest rocket launcher because he knew he'd be in the safe zone. You can see him letting his troops kind of clear out the surrounding areas and wiping the core off the map. I thought it was a fantastic attack, and you know, it gave me an excuse to try pronouncing his name properly. Thank you very much, Crispy. So, moving on, 2112A made a comment on my Dr. T video from whatever day that was. I guess it's Tuesday is T-Day. And he was like, oh man, I wanted to see how you would handle stage 6 and the blah, blah. Well, challenge accepted, good sir. So this is my stage 6 with tanks. Very convenient because, well, it's freaking T-Med weekend, which is so awesome. Having the tanks and the medics both being cheap. I know I was already running around clearing my map and like purposely just not even paying attention. I borked a couple of attacks just to be like, I don't care. Doop, 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 doop. So hopefully someone will be kind enough to do that to me and, you know, hook me up with like 4 intel. Just throwing it out there in case I end up on anyone's maps. Actually, for that matter, if I do ever end up on anyone's map, I would absolutely love to know about it and know how much loot you got and all that kind of stuff. What part of my base you thought was the stupidest and which part you thought was the neatest, I don't know. Anyways, guys, from here, it's just a matter of kind of working your way in towards the HQ. It's all pretty easy. It's all downhill from here. The big scary hard part is the boom cannons and shock launchers, and I even messed up the shock. I missed the one boom cannon, which you can actually get all in that one shock and make things happy. Obviously this attack is done unboosted as always, and I guess that wraps everything up. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.